Buenas, buenas. Buenas, buenas, mi gente linda, mi gente bella. Aquí les habla nuevamente, soy mi RainMaker. Estamos iniciando semana, iniciando mes. Espero que me estén yendo requete bien. Requete bien. Denme un momentico, mi gente, mientras aquí comparto la cuestión. Espero que estén renovados en este mes de septiembre, porque ya llegaron los bre. Eso quiere decir que se sienta diciembre, como dicen aquí en la costa. Así que, mi gente, espero que estén muy, pero muy bien, de verdad que sí. Como siempre, invitándolos a dejar su poderosísimo like, poderosísimo follow. Y pues, si cualquier cosa se reciben recomendaciones, sugerencias, todos bienvenidos, de verdad que sí. Así que, mi gente, bienvenidos una vez más aquí con la señorita Aloy, su servidor. Vamos a iniciar la misión 9 y 10. En lo posible haremos, si se puede, alguna misión secundaria en el camino. Aloy, que desespero, cálmate, muchacha, deja la agresividad. Y bueno, mi gente,
It's gonna be a trek to get to the location that Gaia marked.
There she is.
Yeah.
You ready to head out?
Yes.
Let's go.
Look at us. 3 battle-hardened badasses forging into the unknown.
Ya dijo él.
This ought to be good.
Tocará creerle. Mírala a ella. Y ella apurado.
This distress call had to be up a really steep mountain, huh?
¿Vale? Dando plasma. No remember. Cualquier September. Exciting.
Merman.
Quiero, necesitas.
What is that?
Ya le van a tirar una super.
What the hell?
Rompió el escudo. ¡Ay! ¿Ahora? Le va a explotar, le va a explotar.
Well, that takes the keg.
Lo mejor. Para ver si me lleve el arma.
Well, see if there's anything over there.
Y yo voy a farmear el arma.
We'll check out the battlefield. Let's start with that zenith.
Ya debe entrar el término.
Well, there are obviously more zeniths than we know about.
Can't believe you fought one of them.
Almost didn't make it.
¿Y el arma?
Whatever the rebels did, it took down her shield. But why was she here? I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy weapon the Zenith had?
It looked like she can make it come and
Hello,
go at
Verbena?
will.
What do you have for me?
It's gone now.
I checked everywhere, still no sign of the
Well,
asset.
go do your thing.
Can we call off this
I'll wait
pointless
here.
search already?
Let's not forget who let it slip away in the first place. Now, I'd like to see results by nightfall. Do you think you can manage that?
Hold on. I think I see something.
Ah, estaba ahí en plena cuestión cuando. Claro.
The Spectre had instructions to assist recovery of the asset. I wonder what this asset is.
Orden directiva. Construir la recuperación del activo. Seguir monitoreando a Sorer. Allí de Brieri. Cuando peligro falla el sistema. Y mi. Peligro y mi. Hasta llegó. No alcanzó ni a dar el reporte. Perdí el arma.
This is coming with me.
Cochaca. Ah, no. Verbena. No. Terrenas praderas y ¿por? Acá, ¿verdad? Obviamente se perdió el arma. Ya se dio cuenta de algo.
You done looking around?
Almost.
Claro, está por allá. Darnos algo de... Tenemos que ir con calma porque no nos dejan correr.
World always seems quieter when it snows.
Hola, Manuel. Reunión de Manco.
Have a look around. I'll wait here.
Sí, señor. Te podría decir. Ordena.
Let me know when you're done looking around.
Like número... Oh, hombre, gracias, compañero. Me cuenta. ¿Qué anda? ¿Cómo va ese platino? ¿Todavía o todavía nada? Voy a decir que se le resiste. ¿Sí se escucha bien todo? El juego, el micrófono. ¿Sí se escucha bien todo? Hay que subirle algo al... Hay que subirle al micrófono o al juego. El 83% te hace falta. Ay, dice ella. Uf. Los cuervos de Din y 6 Valkyria. Primero bajé esto.
Looks like some kind of data center.
Pero por...
I might be able to access the
prestar
facility systems
atención.
from that console.
No pude con la reina. Pero yo sé que si me le dedico, me la bajo. O sea, me bajé a la reina de la Valkyria de Ragnar, ahora que no me bajé el de la 1. Claro, no fue un combate perfecto, ¿no? Siempre he dicho, no tienes que hacer todo perfecto para triunfar.
How do you like me now? I've never seen a transmitter like this before. Looks like it's self-destructed.
Excelente. Ya con eso ya. Ah, bueno, eso nada más es. Tienes que tener, o sea, para los cuervos tienes que básicamente tener el volumen altísimo, ¿me entiendes? Para escucharlos. Y ahí te dicen ellos por dónde están. Vaya, así es más fácil hallarlos. Juegas con audífonos si es caso, para no molestar a nadie y tener el escándalo. Pero... Y ya para la Valkyria, bueno. Ahora subir otra vez. Ya. Ellos estaban aquí adentro. Con lo... Dicen. Box. Uy. Ese platino sí es verdad que te lleva bastante tiempo. A mí me faltan unos cuervos ahí pendientes. Bueno, la verdad yo estoy esperando el fantasma, el Cotei y el Battlefield 6. El FC-26. Tengo rato que no compro
Looks like a
ninguno.
lot of data was
El
beamcast
último
from
que
here
compré, ¿cuál
recently.
fue?
From that device
Ni
nearby.
recuerdo cuál fue el último que compré.
So Aluthia's gone?
If it was ever here, then probably. But
I'll be
then
here
why
while
were the
you look
Zeniths still
around.
searching for the asset? Let's keep looking around. Now this'll do some damage.
Knock rebels, an Asaram, a Zenith, and a freaky machine. I need a drink.
No hubiera.
Did you look at everything?
Not quite.
Te digo, Eren. Primero. Abajo.
shouldn't leave yet. Not until I'm done looking around.
Para allá abajo entonces. Algo debe servir, ¿no?
An Oseram with a focus. Looks like he was sending data on the weapons somewhere else.
Ah, qué suerte eliminado. Tanto. Hay que usarlo poco.
My weapon's still hot. I need to know how it worked. But I'll have to check on it once it's cooled off.
¿Ellos estaban acá?
Looks like the rebels camped here for a while.
Ajá,
Are they
pero ¿por qué
watching this
estaban?
area?
¿Por qué? No
All
acuerdo.
right. I think I have an idea what happened here. I better get back to Erend.
Me acuerdo nada.
All right, she who sees the unseen. What did you find out?
This was a carefully
Uf,
planned
yo le saqué ya
attack.
platino en el play, pero
I found camping gear up there. The rebels must have been staking out this place for at least a few days. They were waiting for the Zeniths to show up. All so that they could test that weapon.
estoy en la misión.
The Zeniths
La
have
idea
a
es hacer la misión
personal
7 y
shield
9.
that makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon got rid of it. The Oseram that was operating it was sending data on it somewhere else. It was probably just a prototype.
I've known tinkers that do that. I'd do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, if it blew up.
She was searching for something she lost. Her drone had instructions to recover something called the asset.
The asset? Is that the sub-function thing that you said could be here? Aletheia?
I'm not sure. Come on, let's go talk to Varl. Can't let the cold distract me.
Volver a bajar.
That's a long way down.
Something tunneled straight down into the mountain. Looks recent.
Whatever it was, it must have been powerful. That Zenith the rebels killed was looking for something called the asset. I don't know what it is, but my guess is it's somewhere down there.
All right, so we head down.
Erend, stay here and stand watch. That Zenith isn't the only one of its kind. I don't want to be caught by surprise if the others show up. Contact us by focus if you see anything.
Okay. Any trouble shows up, I'll call you.
Let's go.
Ya, esconderte más bien. Pero bajar.
There's some kind of old world ruin down here.
You said the Zeniths have their own backup of Gaia, right?
Yeah, from the proving lab.
So maybe they were after Aletheia. Found its hiding spot, so it sent the distress signal.
Maybe.
Yo sí vi la puerta, pero pensé que era para subir.
So,
Siempre he dicho, no hay que
exploring
subir
another
nada.
far Zenith ruin.
Sí,
At least this
y
one
creo
doesn't
que ese
seem to
fue el
have
problema.
giant killer machines.
Porque
Or
no hubo
anything you
mucha
can blow
diferencia
up.
con respecto al 1. La versión de PlayStation 5, ajá, listo, carga más rápido y todo eso, pero no hubo una diferencia gráfica notable, ni en la jugabilidad tampoco. Por eso de pronto no le fue tan bien a nivel de premios. Digo yo. Propia miquita se va estrepando de una.
All this stuff. Wonder what they were doing here.
Well, knowing Far Zenith, probably discovering amazing things. For their own benefit.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Farmear.
Ectogenic chambers. Like the ones I saw inside a Zero Dawn cradle facility.
What were they for?
Remember when I told you I was made, not born? This is how.
A machine that makes a person. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Pues de crear un mundo,
This place
crear
is
una persona
huge.
no debe ser tan
Some kind of storage room, maybe.
complicado, ¿no?
Maybe the asset is in here
Clarinetes.
somewhere.
Estoy ahorrando y todo junto con un amigo
It
mío.
is.
Mensualmente
Somehow the
vamos
Zenith couldn't
ahorrando unos
find it.
dólares
Let's look
para
around.
cuando llegue el GTA 6 pues no toque sacar,
So,
endeudarse para
how is
poder
Aaron
tenerlo, ¿no?
taking all of this?
Menos mal lo retrasaron un año más cuando lo
Well,
anunciaron y pues dio más tiempo
the
de
zeniths, the focus.
da más tiempo
It's a
de
lot.
ahorrar, ¿no? Más
When I
cómodamente.
caught up to him in the dawn and said you needed our help, he dropped everything and turned around.
Well, he's loyal. That's for sure.
De que aquí en la batalla.
A control console. To access the storage units.
Can it tell us if the asset is in one of them?
Well, let's find out.
Me preocupa son estas luces rojas, ¿ve? Me dan buena espina.
$236 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
236? Wasn't there a number in the distress signal?
You're right. I should check the log.
Buena esa de barrels. Bueno. No fue. Ah, sí, claro. Fue 237, pero hay 236.
$236 containers in storage. Please enter the...
Uf, qué barbaridad. No es tener vida propia. Anda, ¿esta?
Aloy,
¿Por qué la tienen ahí?
it's you. Skin's like ice. Must have cut this from her head. But why?
Hello, Elizabeth. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta. I'm afraid I must be brief. I only have a few minutes before my keepers discover I'm missing, and I still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if you're viewing this, I may be dead. Be careful when you take on Farsiness. They are ruthless, and they have Eleuthia, Artemis, and Apollo now. But at least they don't have the Gaia kernel to merge them with. You must succeed. Oh, this was all for nothing. Good luck. And goodbye.
Lo que es el espíritu de Elisa.
So she's...
Eso beta.
She's still alive.
We need to get her back to...
Incluso estando con ellos,
Oh shit, they can fly.
se dio cuenta que estaban haciendo mal.
Aloy, can you hear me through this thing?
What's going on, Erend?
2 of those spectral things just fell out of the sky. One of them is heading down towards you. The other one's waiting up here.
We're coming up. Stay in cover until I get there.
You got it.
Bar. Fíjate.
Get her to cover in that room. Whatever happens, she stays with us.
I'll protect her.
¿Estaba en criogenia? ¿O estaba empezando la criogenia?
I should prepare before the Spectre gets here.
No
I
sé.
can't let it get through to Varl and the clone. Here it comes!
Ay,
Ooh, ugly one, aren't you?
dijo Picaboo. ¿Qué? ¿Eso?
I should scan that thing. See if it has any weak spots.
Magma.
That thing's quick.
Hey. Jueguito. Y aquí el efecto de las 3. Más. No tabascos. Ve, pero si ya te solté. ¿Estoy muerto yo aquí? Estoy.
There. There.
Are you okay, Aloy?
Yeah,
Yeah, Maracuya.
I'm heading up top. Stay down here with the clone for now.
Got it. I'll follow once the coast is clear.
¿Trabaja el segundo o qué?
There's nothing for my polecaster to latch on to. get back up top and deal with that other Spectre. I just hope Aaron stays in cover.
Ah, ya. Vente con Pablo. Pablo. El Heisenberg, sí, claro. Ese es el infierno. Ese es el infierno de...
Aloy!
Aaron!
Yeah, the Spectre's dug its heels in. It's got me pinned down.
Hang tight. I'm almost there.
Just hurry.
Y se supone que son el apoyo. Los necesitas. Salvándole la...
Oh, that doesn't sound right.
la papeleta
I gotta get to
siempre.
Aaron.
Hay que salir de este aquí.
Aaron, I'm here.
Watch out. That thing shoots down the center.
Shields down. Stay
Here
put.
we go.
I'll see what I can do.
Aloy! Ammo! That's the weak
Ah, míralo a él. ¿Arma? Eren, no me lo vas a creer.
Aloy, she's... Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
Long story, but it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer, but we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
You two go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon. If I can figure out how that thing works, maybe the Zeniths won't be so invincible after all.
Ok. ¿Viste? ¿Tienen énfasis? O algo. Arma. Ah, pensé que era el arma que... Ah, esta arma.
No. Damn it. Well, it's better than nothing.
Dieron énfasis en un arma que no me van a dar acceso todavía. ¿Qué
Analyze.
cosas?
If we can replicate it, maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths. I should check on the clone, too. Varl, where's our guest?
We're in the maintenance corridor below the control room.
Okay.
Is your focus acting up again?
That's fine.
I can take a look if you want.
Nah. Usually works if I just flick it a few times with my thumb.
Aloy, you're back.
Yeah, I'm just, checking up on how everyone's doing.
You mean after meeting someone who looks exactly like you, but isn't you, down in the basement? Guess this must be even stranger for you than it is for us, huh?
A little.
Varl said she may be able to help us in our mission, though.
Maybe. What are you up to?
Gaia was kind enough to put together a list of glyphs used by the old ones. She helped me decipher some of the data you've collected, and
No, ni siquiera.
showed me
La
how to
reina de
use
las
the
Valquirias es la
focus
más
to help the
difícil de todas.
process. It's not easy, but it's been working so far.
Porque la pelea con
That's good to
Baldur,
hear.
que era el nombre que estaba tratando de hallar ayer, es más cinemático que otra cosa. ¿Sí me entiendes?
So, how does a tribe like the Utaru manage to maintain the peace with warriors like the Tenakth?
By holding them off. When our fields bloomed aplenty, the Tenakth looked upon our lands with envy. But Plainsong's dishes provided sanctuary and high ground to keep invaders at bay. In the end, even the Tenakth saw sense in a truce. The Utaru promised to provide the Tenakth with food from our crops every year. In exchange, the Tenakth would relinquish one of their own, a veteran, to train the Utaru in combat. This custom was abandoned a few years after the derangement. But some veterans still remain in the plains.
I've been meaning to ask, what's the deal with you and the chorus? You didn't seem to be on the best of terms.
That's what happens when you're the one Utaru who insists on publicly defying them. Twice. When the Karja invaded the Utaru plains, they did more than just attack our villages. They burned our fields, took our people as slaves, and murdered those who were too weak to make the trip back to Meridian.
To be sacrificed in the Sun Ring.
I was helping the healers back then, as waves of refugees swarmed into Plainsong. The chorus was divided in how to face the invaders. Some saw sense in raising arms. Others believed the dishes would keep us safe, as they had many times before. And while they bickered, I buried the seeds of the fallen.
It couldn't have been easy. Seeing your people suffer while the Karja invaded your lands.
I come from a small village near Plainsong. My grandmother used to say there was no seed that wouldn't grow there. I moved to the dishes when I decided to apprentice as a healer. When the Red Raids began, I thought about going back. But the injured kept pouring into Plainsong, day after day. So I kept putting it off. One day, I woke up to hear a Karja raiding party had ransacked my village during the night. I rushed there with the healers to help the survivors, but there weren't any left. The smell of burning flesh haunts me to this day.
I'm sorry, Zoe.
I made it a point to appear before the chorus as soon as we returned, to demand that we take a stand against the invaders. I was denied. So I left to fight on my own.
You said you set out to fight the Karja alone?
I did. But it turned out I wasn't the only one. News of my disagreement with the chorus spread through the plains. Before I knew it, I had more than a dozen Utaru warriors ready to follow me into battle. We knew we couldn't take on the Karja armies head-on, but we also knew the lay of the land better than they did. We ambushed smaller raiding parties, sabotaged their supply lines, and hit their encampments at night.
Sounds like you were a force to be reckoned with.
Enough that the Tenakth took notice. When the clans began to push the Karja back east, they let us join their ranks. We chased the enemy all the way to Barren Light.
You said you were at Barren Light when the Tenakth defeated the Karja?
Tenakth marshals climbed the cliffs of the Daunt under cover of night, then attacked from the other side. Before we knew it, the gates were open, and the full force of the clans burst through. What happened next was
Sí, pero
not something I like to remember.
que la reina de las Valquirias no
When
vaya a
all the
creer.
dust and blood
Si
settled,
bien es cierto que no es la más difícil, es temible.
I smelled it again.
Pero el Gar,
The
recuérdame cuál
stench
es el
of
dragón.
burnt flesh.
No recuerdo, me suena el nombre,
Our
pero no
enemies
recuerdo
defeated.
el tipo de,
What was left of my squad returned to the
el
Utaru
tipo
Plains.
de enemigo.
I went back to Plainsong. But even as the harvest passed, it didn't feel like I'd truly returned at all.
Is that when you became a grave singer?
I thought soothing the suffering of others would somehow appease my own. Then you came along and gave me a choice.
Along came
I
Polly.
could either sing at people's graves or fight for a chance to keep them alive.
I'm glad you chose the latter. You've spoken with Kotallo?
A few words. Tanakh don't have much use for us outsiders. You must have made quite the impression for him to offer his fealty.
So you've been talking to Gaia?
Yes. She was kind enough to take me through some of the history of the Old Ones, including their demise and the heroic actions of her creator, Elizabeth Sobek. I was surprised to see she was you. Past, but reborn? Not that I claim to understand how.
No, debe ser difícil.
You said you met Beta?
Varl mentioned she was hurt. I thought I'd offer her an extract to soothe the pain.
That was kind of you.
I just hope she doesn't plan on staying burrowed down there like that. She looks like she's barely seen the light of day as it is.
Tiene vitamina D. Es beta, pero no tiene vitamina D.
I see you've settled in.
Gaia did say this place was built for us, so we could regain control of our lands with her terraforming system. Nurture them like the land gods do Plainsong's fields. It does strike me as odd that a place of life should have so much metal.
What else have you been up to?
I've been studying Gaia's seedlings, the subfunctions. I wanted to understand why one of them would do what they did to Fa. Imagine my surprise when I looked into this Hephaestus and found out it helped create all machines, our land gods included. In a way, the Utaru owe Hephaestus our whole way of life, as well as our current troubles.
That's why we have to make Gaia whole again.
Debe ser como, o sea, explicarle la tecnología actual como clonación y cosas así a una persona de los, no sé, medieval, debe ser algo que muy poca gente está dispuesta o estaría con la capacidad de entender los conceptos de hoy día. Ahora imagínate ellos que básicamente son primitivos.
Learn anything interesting lately?
There's been much to read up on now that
Por mucho que
Ether
estén
has been
rodeados de
reunited
tecnología, no
with
quiere
Gaia.
decir
It's
que
hard to imagine that
saben
machines
mucho.
like stormbirds
Son
once
indígenas,
helped heal the
básicamente.
skies.
Sobre todo
I
ellos,
used to be terrified of them as a child.
dedicados a cultivar,
Thunder still brings chills to my skin.
pacíficos.
But everything Gaia creates has a purpose, no?
Yeah. And if we can get Hephaestus back, she can get those stormbirds in line. Did Gaia tell you anything about the Zeniths?
She did. Though it wasn't exactly easy to believe. To think that there are places among the stars where life can bloom as it does here. It is humbling, to say the least. And heartbreaking that such life should be bent on destroying ours.
I need to get going.
May the land bloom in your steps.
Que la suerte esté con ustedes, básicamente. Por de la hambre.
Errand? You okay?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't I be?
Because there's two of me now.
There's two of you now. At least you seem to be handling it okay.
I wouldn't say that exactly, but I'm trying. How are you settling in?
Yeah, Varl's been helping me get the lay of the land, when he's not getting all tongue-tied. I don't know who makes him more nervous, that Gaia lady or our new Utaru friend.
Well, what about the Vanguard? Aren't you supposed to be back east, ordering them around?
I sent some of them back to Meridian with a message. I doubt Avad will mind me sticking around to help the savior of Meridian.
So, you've met our new Tanakh friend.
He's, quiet. I thought his people were supposed to be bloodthirsty maniacs.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
Yeah. Well, I guess if you trust him, so do I.
Did you speak with Beta at all?
She didn't really wake up till we brought her here. And when she did, I thought it'd be better if Zoe and Varl took care of her. No use crowding someone when they're in a state.
I see Varl gave you a focus.
Well, it doesn't look as fashionable on me, but by the Forge, the things I've been able to see. Granted, a lot of them are bad, you know, the old world ending and such. I'm still trying to wrap my head around most of it, but I never really understood how you were ever able to find my sister back in the Sundom. And now I do, sort of. It makes me feel like I could be useful, you know?
It takes some time, but yeah. What you reading next?
I saw Gaia added something to the archives about metal rods being used to harness lightning during storms. Guy reminded me of a cousin of mine. Thought he could trap lightning if he covered himself in Stormbird plates. Went up the tallest mountain in the claim to prove it.
Oh, sí.
It ended like a lot of Oseram things do. With a
Claro,
spark.
imagínate, te volviste para rayos. Era lo... Era lo que menos podía pasar, ¿no?
What are you working on with your focus?
I'm still figuring out how to read stuff on this thing. Those two lovebirds over there have been giving me a hand. But to be honest, all the little symbols, they give me a headache. But I'll get up to speed. I promise.
I guess you know what we're up against by now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When Varl first told me those bastards come from the stars, I thought he'd eaten too many of those medicinal berries. Yeah, but I've gotten used to seeing impossible things, thanks to you. I just wish they weren't always trying to kill us.
Yeah, you and me both. I have to get going.
Don't go causing too much trouble.
Es inevitable en ella. ¿Aló?
Old ones painted their faces with something called makeup, like the card chip.
Bar y el clon.
Why? Yeah, it beats me.
El clon. Esto.
Aloy, glad you made it back okay. She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her.
¿Vas a hablar contigo misma?
Hello?
Así debe ser, así se deben sentir los gemelos, ¿no?
It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury?
Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome.
I don't understand.
Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The
Pero sin
brain,
entender.
especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory freefall. Everything real feels Unreal. Distant.
Is there anything that can help?
Do you have a focus to spare? It's primitive, but I can make it work.
Yeah.
Booting up.
Reiniciando.
So, Aloy, I suppose you want information.
About you and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How did they get you? But let's start at the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago?
That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed.
So far, Zenith established a colony world after all.
Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable.
Okay, so... the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves?
Not their descendants.
What?
Not their descendants. It's them. The same ones who left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know?
How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What did they do to themselves?
I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants.
And you? Does that mean that you're...
I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth. On the ship. I spent years studying in my training interface, all so that I could serve my function.
Access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it?
When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over.
How did you escape the Zeniths?
Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get away from them. Even if I were to run, I'd never survive on my own in the wilds. But then I saw you. And I thought that maybe you could help me. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Aluthia's location in the biomedical research facility, I saw an opportunity.
You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Aluthia. What did you do, exactly?
Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me.
The one the rebels killed, outside the facility.
Baina's dead? How did they bypass her shield?
I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape?
Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Aluthia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission. Then I distracted Verbaina long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers.
And the Gaia root kernel?
I told them I could capture Aluthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me.
Well done. You said you were born on the way to Earth. In an artificial womb, I'm guessing?
The Zeniths had an ectogenic chamber aboard the ship. An updated version of the one you found me in. They must have used a stored sample of Elizabeth's DNA.
I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA. Do you know how they got it?
That wasn't part of the archive I was allowed to access.
You said you spent years studying in a training interface. Was this archive you mentioned part of that?
But only the parts I was permitted to access. Aristotle and Aspasia, the avatars of the archive, would assign me learning modules and evaluate my progress.
Wait, those names. They were designed to be the virtual guides for the Apollo database, before Ted Faro purged it.
The Zeniths have a copy.
So it still exists. And you got to learn from it.
Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested information outside of my parameters, my tutors would deny it.
To have all that knowledge, just out of reach. Must have been frustrating. So we're dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth. What else do you know about them?
They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth. They controlled almost every major resource, every industry. Gerard commands them. He's the one who decided to set up a base. The others, Eric, Tilda, Verbena, they resent his authority over them, but in the end, they always do what he says.
Eric. He's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab.
He enjoys hurting people.
Yeah.
No se le nota.
You mentioned the Zeniths set up a base here on Earth. Where is it?
Off the coast, I think. Whenever I had to go on missions, I was transported inside of a Spectre drone. I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear the Zeniths talking about it once. They were discussing setting up a perimeter energy shield to repel the local fauna. I'm certain they have other security measures. Spectre patrols, machine lures. It must be impregnable.
What's inside the base?
Launch facilities, so they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit. Plus, infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate anything they need.
Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met?
I'm not sure. I suppose there must be more of them in the base or back on the ship. For all I know, there could be more of them out in space, other survivors of the colony.
You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system was destroyed. What happened?
All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar object or a cataclysmic seismic event. Or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius A.
The Zeniths never told you any details.
They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived. First Earth, 1,000 years ago, and then Sirius.
Guess they survived old age, too. So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. That's what Gaia and I concluded, too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over?
When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they butchered the tribal people we encountered. They didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so I concluded that they must want a hard reboot of the system. Then they can redesign it to be exactly what they want.
Mass extinction for their own comfort? Who thinks like that? Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time doing that. The Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities. So they made you. Trained you. And you went along with it? They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system.
En la llave.
When we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to Gaia and her subordinate functions. That's when I started to realize I wasn't meant to fix Gaia. That they must have made me so I could do what their remote extinction signal failed to do. Reboot Earth for their own benefit.
So you know about the extinction signal?
It was speculation, but the only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her.
Yeah, well, surprise. All right, I think that's enough for now. Do you want to come upstairs, or...
So how long? You know, your plan. How long before Gaia's fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths?
How did you know?
Optimal strategy, so?
Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Gaia's powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus.
What? You don't have Hephaestus already?
Gaia's still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single... To a single location! Of course not!
You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are. You were supposed to be further along by now. Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing.
They're not going to find us. Gaia's using Minerva to mask our location.
What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything. Everyone. They're gonna die.
Hey. Calm down. You're here now, right? So is there anything you can do to help?
I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack.
Dáselos a Gaia, ¿no?
Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry. Okay.
Ah, bueno, pero eso está dentro de su cabeza, no es su foco, porque el foco te lo acaba de entregar apenas.
I'll check on you later.
Aloy.
How'd it go?
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
I'll come back later and talk to her. See if I can learn anything.
I should get the weapon fragment to Gaia.
Ya veo por qué era primero ella y no Gaia.
So this Hephaestus, he's like Gaia's own personal blacksmith. Yeah.
Welcome back. Aloy, I see we have a new guest. So now we know the origin of the transmission.
Yeah. I also recovered this. The weapon it was part of somehow stripped a Zenith of its shield, but it malfunctioned and blew up. If we can recreate the weapon and improve it, maybe we'll gain the upper hand on the Zeniths.
A moment, I will scan it. Complete. By combining the results with data from your focus, I can infer that the weapon was highly advanced, comparable to Zenith technology, but not how it worked.
Did the explosion corrupt the data?
It was only a catalyst. The moment the weapon malfunctioned, it appears a command executed to purge all data within its core. Ostensibly, this was to prevent the weapon's secrets from falling into enemy hands. Whoever designed this weapon knew how to cover their tracks.
Silence.
Based on your data on him, that is my conclusion as well.
And he's not gonna cooperate with us. Well, it was worth a shot. But that's not all. The Zeniths got Aletheia, along with Artemis and Apollo.
That is unfortunate. However, our original plan remains unchanged. The two remaining subordinate functions should increase my heuristic processing density enough to absorb Hephaestus.
Right. One problem at a time. Well, I guess I better get back out there.
I wish you luck on your search.
Right. Thanks, Gaia. So I guess we won't be making use of Silent's weapon. And now there is another clone of Elizabeth here with us. But I can't let it distract me. I still have 2 more sub-functions to get.
Pam Wumpada!
It's a little loud, Errand.
I know. It makes you want to punch something.
Hey, you and Errand okay?
Nothing some rest can't take care of. Are you okay? This beta thing, it's a lot. Even for you.
Just trying to take it one step at a time.
Fair enough. If you need anything, just let me know.
So, training with Zoe, huh?
Yes, training. Mostly. Look, she reads glyphs faster than I can already. I'd be a fool to refuse her help.
Of course. You guys reading something over there?
We just finished going through all the logs you collected back in Nora territory, and All Mother Mountain. It's hard to imagine that those ancestors were trapped inside, without the knowledge from Apollo to guide them.
Entrenado la mayor parte del tiempo.
Yeah. I wonder how it must have felt when they were finally free. The world must have seemed so beautiful.
Not to mention terrifying. They weren't much more than kids.
And they became an entire tribe.
It's good to see you and Zoe enjoying yourselves.
We're learning a lot. I've actually been looking through the data to find ideas for a gift, and to thank her for helping me study the glyphs. Something from the old world that she's never seen before. Instead, I found out they gave each other stuffed animals. If you ask me, stuffing a dead animal with anything, really, doesn't sound like a good time for anybody.
Maybe Gaia can help you find something else. How's everyone dealing with Beta?
I tried explaining what a clone is to Aaron. He was totally lost. Then Zoe said something about 2 trees coming from 1 seed. That seemed to help a bit.
I'm guessing you've spoken with Kotallo?
I wanted to pay my respects for those who fell when we were ambushed at the embassy. Told him I'd never seen anyone throw themselves at a machine like he did. He said a warrior shouldn't be praised for fulfilling their duty. For a second I thought I was talking to my mother. Never thought a Tenakth and a Nora war chief could have so much in common.
How's everyone handling their focus?
And we all have our difficult moments. Aaron definitely curses the most. But I'm hoping Oseram's stubbornness prevails.
How's everyone doing?
Just taking it all in. No one snapped their bowstrings yet.
I see everyone settling in.
Zoe's planning on bringing all kinds of plants in here. Says a home should always spring with life anew. I asked Aaron to help find some. I think he'd rather stick his head into a snap mall.
Still, it's not a bad idea. Should liven up the place. Looks like I was wrong about the Zeniths. Their ship didn't explode on its way to Sirius like everyone thought.
And we saw how they lied about creating a better future at their launch facility. Guess they lied about what happened to their ship, too. But still, a tribe settling amongst the stars.
I couldn't put a single dent in their shields, Varl. That one Zenith almost killed me.
That didn't stop you from resurrecting Gaia. Won't stop us from using Hephaestus against them.
Let's hope that's enough. I should get back to the wilds.
I'll keep an eye on Beta. Make sure she's comfortable.
Okay.
Okay. Por el mar de arena, sí señor. Ah. Viajar. Sí, ¿no? ¿Sí? Me encanta el tema de que cuando, como viene de la oscuridad, toda luz natural, y pasa el ojo mientras se acostumbra, ¿ya? Perfecto.
You! Let me take a look at you, stranger.
¿Y por qué? Yo no quiero. Corto, ¿no? Viajar. Ah, sí puedo. De ahí vamos al cuello largo, sí señor. Vaya más. ¿Caballito? ¿Dónde está? ¿Quién es el caballito? Bien. Atraviesen para que vean. Joder. El búfalo. Eso no va a llegar al mar, ¿verdad?
Aloy, it's Gotama. If you're in need of provisions, I recommend stopping by Saltlight, a village north of the grove. Their cook's meals give a soldier's strength like nothing else. And who knows? Maybe they can use your help too.
Maybe I'll check it out. Thanks. Frost ammo won't hurt much. Sounds like someone's in trouble.
Leave my stuff alone!
I think she's gonna need some backup.
If you break that place, I swear! Is it safe? Did they get to it? Please be intact.
Please. I should make sure she's okay.
Ya te ayudé. Quedamos aquí. Miguel alto. Bonito. Una preparadora de pan.
Rolling on me. Let's head to my stash.
Ah, sí, ya.
Supply drop.
¿Qué era?
Wired spike is still intact. Rig's still playing. You okay there?
You took out those machines. I'm grateful, but you should go now. There's nothing to see here.
So this rig of yours, it's receiving sound through that wire from the thing up on the cliff, what you call a spike. But the message is only a fragment, and you're trying to pick up the whole thing?
How did you figure all that out?
I've learned a few things in my travels.
Mi mente de ingeniera.
If you want, we could talk about it. Maybe I can help?
You do seem downright knowledgeable.
¿El dial?
So go ahead. Shoot.
No quiere y me voy.
You're no ordinary tinker.
Didn't used to be a tinker at all. More of a metal worker. Came from Mainspring. I can weld a seam so fine you could barely see it. Not that I ever got any credit for it. You see, up there, you've got to be a man to get ahead. I once had a shot at joining a first-rate crew with one of the best forges in the claim. But I didn't get the job. My own brother wouldn't vouch for me just because I'm of the female persuasion. Anyhow, at least out here I don't have to worry about any mainspring men talking down to me.
¿Cómo cambia?
Let me have a look at that spike. I might be able to pick up more of that message.
How?
Let's just say I have a rig of my own.
I didn't know Nora were
¿Los
tinkers.
ojos verdes?
They're not, but I am, in a way. Be right back.
Well, okay then. I guess.
No, presta. No hay alce, ¿verdad? De nada y eso. Son gigantes.
Save this green shine for something special.
Mira que había un basilisco.
The helmet looks damaged. I should take a closer look.
Y ahí.
This looks like Osram gear. What are they doing here?
Gandalf ha caído. Consigo matar a unas cuantas máquinas con las cuerdas, pero quien avisa no es traidor, efectivamente.
Dead Osram. Killed by machines from the look of it. This thing shoots anchors? They were trying to take down that tallneck. The machines must have caught them in the act. I wish there was a way to climb up and inspect the damage. Unless I take the tallneck down myself. Try to repair it on the ground. It'll be pretty, but once it'll get fixed.
Joder.
Probably other anchors set up in the area. I need to find them. Use them to take down the tallneck. Could use purge water against it. machines.
Más espectro que tú. Ah, pues.
Much better. More dead Osman. Looks like they took a machine down with them. Another ballista. And it's got one of the anchors I need.
Lagarto cornudo, ¿cuál es este?
That weapon still has an anchor. Let's use it. One more should weigh it down enough. More machines. I need to hurry. I've already used that ballista. I should look for others in the area.
Ah, ya reviene el otro volador. Arranco. Quiero aquí.
Here comes trouble. Another ballista. And it's got one of the anchors I need.
Ay, no va para más. ¿Dónde salté? No te gusta, ¿verdad? ¿Sí? Que no me reconoce. Ok. ¿Qué pasó, compadre? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Me cuenta?
Now's my chance!
Pensé que no lo iba a poder ¿listo? Genial después de muerto, pero sí. Se deja. Pigman, ¿quién es Pigman? ¿Cómo no me he visto por aquí en banco? Tienes una cita con el suelo.
Sorry about this, big guy.
Ah, ok. Acuérdate que tienes un botón de ancla. That's a new man, a new tall neck. A mi compañero. Electromagnético. ¿Me destruyeron al man? Ay, no te creo, me destruyeron me han sabido destruir el búfalo, vale. Esta. El man no se había metido con nadie. Vamos a... No me dejan volar, no me dejan correr, no me dejan cabalgar. Que tan miserable debo ser para que sean felices, ¿eh? No, por aquí unos comidos.
This must be the ruins of Las Vegas.
Ah, pero
Poseidon shouldn't be far.
todavía no lo puedo.
Setting it on fire won't help.
¿Más son dos? Pide. ¿Será que podré? ¿Saquearlo? ¿Quién dijo que no? A ver. Atácame, ataca, defiéndeme. Ya no te preocupes. Ok. Avanzando. Tengo que alejarme antes
Guy said this is
de
where I
ver
find
detrás
Poseidon.
mío. Y ahora cuando se le venza el tiempo de hackeo, ahora me
A
empiezo a
lot of them
atacar.
are buried in the sand.
¿No? Ah, bueno.
So
Voy a decir
maybe Poseidon is underground.
que eso suena, menos
If
mal.
that's true, I might be able to find a way down through one of these structures. rush of air. Water's pouring out of that building. What Simon's doing? I better check it out. Someone's been through here.
La gente no. ¿Dónde está ya la gente?
Camping gear. Looks like there's something behind that tarp.
I almost had him. I was so close. To drowning, maybe. Not to the
De
others.
ahogarte.
Moreland, it's over. Well, not for me, it's not. Then you're going to die. Alone. Because we're not sticking around to fish out the corpse. We're through.
So the visionary's fate hung in the balance. Would he choose life or succumb to deadly delusion?
Hello. So, there's an ancient city under the sand, but it's flooded.
Suddenly a Norse spear maiden appeared.
Yeah, okay. Well, you're not typical Delvers. That's for sure. What's this?
I call it a diving bubble. This is the Mark I. The Mark II was better, but it got stuck halfway down. Air tube snagged.
You went down in that.
Yeah, I hardly expect a layperson to understand.
Because that's pretty smart.
I'm sorry. May I remind you, you got stuck inside and nearly drowned.
It'd have to be portable, though. Machine kneecap, maybe?
Well, you'd need a filter.
Synthetic membrane would do it. With a hose to a compressed
air capsule. Hammer and tongs.
What is this? What is happening here? Get over here. She's a stranger.
You got a name?
Aloy.
Moreland.
Ya no se extraña.
Not a stranger anymore.
You're a damn fool.
Come on. I got the original schematics over here.
Oh, well, hold on. Just a couple of questions first.
Fair enough. Partner?
Partner?
Don't mind him.
How deep is it? Can't I just swim down?
Only if you have gills. You can stack 50 kegs in that shaft.
Leave it to the Oseram to measure something in kegs.
Talking liquid depths. I'd say it's apt.
Apt or not, sounds too deep to hold my breath.
Hence, our new invention.
So what exactly happened down there?
It was a delve like no other. A chance to follow my old Graham's footsteps. Beneath this structure here is an enormous hollow, a dome protected from the sands. We built this elevator here to ensure easy egress and exit. It's quite a contraption, actually, and not so easy to...
Right. Again. What happened?
At the bottom, we beheld the treasure my Gramps first discovered. Painted images in the air of every description. Dancing women, games and coins and promises of jackpots. I don't know what that is, but it's gotta be good. But then, something went wrong. The images turned nautical. Waves went through them, even fish. It was like a strange underwater dream.
Poseidon's dream.
Yes. Well, suddenly there was this terrible rushing sound, and then an explosion of water erupted from the floor.
So water just shot up from the floor and filled the place up?
It was a raging flood unlike anything I've seen. We ran like forge fire and barely made it up the elevator as a wave just crashed beneath us. Shaken, but not stirred, I built diving bubbles Mark 1 and Mark 2.
Agitado pero no revuelto.
Tried the descent in each,
Shaking,
but
no,
I nearly drowned both times. Abaddon's beside himself. He thinks I'm insane. But I can't give up now. I've come too far. And the embers are just barely within my reach.
Well, maybe I can help.
Yeah. Maybe you can.
You guys don't seem like average delvers.
We're not really delvers at all. We're showmen.
Like performers?
You're Nora, and thus unfamiliar with the arts. We stage spectacles all around the claim. Stemmer tells stories, which I augment with all manner of sounds and fireworks, and Abaddon, he, well...
Complains?
He handles the money, which amounts to about the same thing. When we delve, it's to find gear for my theatrics. Which makes this delve the most important one of all.
I'd better get after those parts.
There's a fully intact compressed air capsule in the Mark II, but like I said, it's stuck in the shaft.
If you made it back up alive, I should be able to swim down that far.
All right. As for the other parts, Stemmer scouted a herd due south of here that should have what we need.
I'm on it.
About the delve.
Moreland, I'm not interested in salvage. Whatever you find below is yours.
Great. I'll come back when you get the gear. Good hunting.
Probably get a guest list of 50. So we'd need at least 3 dozen kegs. Brown ale, maybe. No. For him, scrapper sap.
Are you planning a party?
Budgeting for Moreland's funeral, thanks to you. I was this close. We're gonna move on. Leave all this nonsense behind, and you come along, you spark your wet noodle idea.
It's going to work.
I've heard that before. I'm always willing to engage in some commerce.
El de la plata al final, ¿no? Golpeadora o será. Plata para comprar.
leave you alone.
Do us a favor. Leave us all alone.
No confía en uno, ¿vale?
According to Moreland, the herd should be south of here.
Baña de máquinas. Máquinas.
A drone. Must be part of Cyclops. If I can get its data, I can reconnect it with the dome back at the base. But how to get up there?
Quieto. ¿Será que...? ¿Ah? Ay, no te lo puedo creer. ¿En serio, Aloy? ¿Es en serio? Mira. El don de escoger lo que se está por desarmar. Ah. ¿Por qué? En este. Deja esperarlo. Hay que aprovechar las misiones secundarias que se encuentran en el camino, ¿no? Ay, entonces, ¿qué hace? Para después, entonces. ¿Qué?
Well, this is where Moreland said the herd would be. They must have moved on. I need to pick up their trail. Better look for tracks. There. Tracks should lead me to the herd. This must be where the herd left from. I better follow the tracks in the other direction. Perfect. Keep this green shine for later.
¿O estaban acá? Revés. Nada raro. Al final manco y salado, ¿no? Así escucho.
There's the herd. I should have the parts I need. Do I have any fire ammo on me? Oh, the storm's whipped up a sand spiral. Great.
Mala idea. No, se mata, ¿no? No dice extrae, no dice... Al final no dice... Yo quiero hackearlo. Pero entre ellos. los dos. Hay que matar a las máquinas opcionales. Opcional. No dejar más opción. De pecho. Este rebaño ni siquiera era el rebaño. ¿Era quién? Pensando que eran esos. Inocente de mí. Qué manco. caer. Caerías. ¿No quieres? A ver con las ruedas. ¿Qué?
One synthetic membrane. Better check the other machines. One of them might have a kneecap I can use.
¿Vieron el otro que está allá al fondo?
The kneecap. Good. Okay, that takes care of the machine parts. Just gotta grab the compressed air capsule from Moreland's diving bubble.
Bueno, necesito un tornadito de por ahí. Dron de observación calmarenas. Vamos a calmar las arenas.
Some of the sweat.
Bueno. Ya vengo. Abajo, ¿no?
I thought we were finally going to get away from this place.
Well, good thing that Aloy.
The longer they're sojourning in the desert, the trustier the Shard County's need.
Okay. Rápido.
We'll find a way to get the Embers. I know we will.
I have all the parts to build this thing now.
Optimism! It's great.
Get back to Moreland.
Right up until the point you stumble into a machine's jaws.
Bueno,
Pessimism. What can I do for you, partner?
What's so important down there that you'd risk your life?
Then what if I told you we were delving for the most spectacular treasures ever scribed by man or maid?
I'd say get to the point.
No nonsense.
Get to the point.
I like it. Behold, an ember.
Looks like a piece of junk.
Well, now, yes, but with a proper spark. These magnificent creations of the old ones paint mesmerizing pictures in the air, and the ruins below us are full of them. A feast for the eyes beyond description. Just as my old Gramps promised me.
Se lo dijo el abuelito.
So these embers project images?
Paintings of light. It's amazing stuff. This one showed the most beautiful woman you've
Ya
ever
veo
seen.
por qué el interés.
Beckoning all to a buffet of lobster and succulent beefs. I must have watched it about 100 times as a child in my old Gramps' workshop.
What happened to it?
Over time, they die out. I cried the day that this one's light faltered. But there are many more below, as you'll see if you get down there like I did and my old Gramps before me.
I've got everything I need to build the
incredible diving mask.
I think diving mask is enough.
I won't quibble. The workbench is all yours.
Pero si el constructor eres tú.
Whoa. There's a marvel. If it works, you'll let me try it? I want to get down there and get those embers.
Assuming I don't drown.
So what are you really looking for down there?
Si te explico no lo entenderías.
Something that caused a malfunction in the apparatus that controls the old city. I think it started the flood.
Well, I thought we
No lo
started the flood.
entenderías.
Like we sprung a trap. I don't know how we were detected. Like I said, the dancing lights around us changed, turned to sea life. There was this flash of red, and the roar of water surging in.
Wait, a flash of red?
A red light from a spot near the grate on the floor where the water burst through. It was like a beacon.
Or a warning. Thanks. That might help.
I hope it does. And good luck down there.
Okay, time to see if this thing
Hablamos
works.
de rompemareas, ya vas a encontrar lo contrario.
So far, so good. I can actually breathe down here. Diving mask seems to be holding up. I've never been able to swim this deep before.
Bueno, se resuelve el tema de los no, pero la presión.
It started right here, more than 30 years ago. Back when this casino was still called the Temple. One big bet turned my fate around. But now, fate's dealt this cruelest hand ever to everyone. I have to turn the lights out one final time. And the waters of my adopted home will at last run dry. Well, if a dream has to die, at least I can say goodbye first.
Stanley Chen. What did he do here? That looks like a way out. Poseidon's down here, somewhere. Gotta find where it's hiding.
El estado físico de Aloy es de loco. Allá calma mareas, aquí tenemos un desgarra marea.
This place is massive. And all of it's encased in a dome. That must be the red light that Moreland saw when the water rushed in.
Algo por el estilo. Propio monstruo del lago Ness.
Current's too strong. I gotta turn back.
Ay,
It's too strong here. I won't make it to the door before the machine spots me.
qué raro. Cogí la cosa que no era. ¿Eh? Qué raro. ¿Será que si pongo por el techo me ven? Siento que en cualquier momento me ve. No, no sé. ¿Un qué? Ah, ok. El tiburón. La peor. Generada por ella misma.
The door on the other side. And it's for beside me right there. I don't think I can get to it without the machine spotting me. I gotta find a way to deal with it first.
Ah, sí.
There's a warning. Maybe it's part of some kind of alarm system.
¿Por qué cuando me asomé ahí no hiciste nada, muchacha? Pregunto yo.
Alert. Critical flooding detected. Automatic drainage controls offline. To execute an emergency purge, manual reset of primary and secondary pump nodes is required. The purge can then be triggered at the pump maintenance station.
If I do this purge and drain all the water, I can fight that big machine on dry ground. Looks like I have to reset a couple of pump nodes first. According to the map, there should be an access point for the first node south of here. More machines down here.
Anda.
Swim around them. Stick to cover.
No es lo único. o cerca? ¿Serán 50 abrazadas?
Machine can tough out the cold. Frost won't help. There's the access point. Should lead me to the pump node.
Okay.
There must be a whole network of these tunnels down here.
La presa.
Water lines
Debe
for
haber
the
aquí
entire
abajo.
city.
Anda,
Can't reach the ledge from
uy,
here.
me asusté. Era el reflejo de ella
There's
misma.
something I can climb to get out.
¿A seguir bajando o qué? Cuidado, cuidado. Me deja caer. Es lo único de todo el juego que me cuesta creer. Te lo juro, es lo único. De creer que la fauna tenga este tipo de reacciones químicas. Ya. La fauna no, que la flora.
One node down. Better swim back up and find the access point for the second node.
¿Vale? Ahí en el hueco. Ahí en el hueco. Pero... paso de... Y el señor Drilo Coco.
The second node should be on the other side of the dome.
¿Por acá? Por arriba. Y ahora, ¿te ha atrapado? ¿Cómo logran, cómo se dice? Capturar la dinámica de cuando uno está debajo del agua, ¿no? El otro hueco. ¡Anda!
Machine will take a lot of damage from acid.
Así, lo que me vio. Peligro. El lagarto metálico todavía no. Todavía no tengo los conocimientos. Al pelado Neck. Al pelado Neck. Peligro, y aquí no hay forma de que voy a tirar una piedrita para que para que se entretengan.
Another access point.
Sí, esto sí es verdad que por el tamaño sí podrían llegar hasta acá. Bueno, no me vieron, menos mal. ¿Y juega? Uf, no pensé que iba a llegar. Oh, pero rara, vivo todavía. Para poder hackear cualquiera de estas máquinas toca primero tirar al caldero.
Okay, I've taken care of both nodes. Now I just need to activate the emergency purge at the maintenance station.
Pero tengo que llegar vivo.
According to the map, the maintenance station should be at the south end of the dome.
Luces. Mira.
Acid will eat right through that now.
Uy, qué peligro. Uy. Pobre, no me acuerdo si los puedo hackear, esa es la verdad. Vamos, mija, vamos, se puede. Ese pique, el equivalente de la nadada. Por arriba entonces. Por arriba. No, porque ya por lo menos en el caldero es que los controlo. En el caldero los destruyo, pero el caldero me da el conocimiento para hackear las máquinas. Entonces, digamos que sí sirve ya. El derrotarla es lo de menos, pero hackearla ya la cosa cambia.
There's red light in that tower. Just like at the console I found earlier. That might be the maintenance station. But how to get in?
Buena pregunta, Aloy. Buena pregunta.
It looks like part of this building collapsed. There might be a way in. I think I'm in the maintenance station now. I just gotta find a console to activate the emergency purge.
Como sirena en el agua. Y para remate es pelirroja igual que Ariel, así que podemos decir que es descendiente.
This looks promising. There should be a console in here. There. Time to dry this place out.
Agáchate, mi gente, a ver.
That did it! Okay. Now I can deal with that machine guarding the door on the other end of the
Ahora
dome.
sí.
And once I get
Darnos
past it,
trompa
I can get to
en
what's
igualdad de
waiting on the other
condiciones.
side of the door. Poseidon. Is this easy? At least the purge didn't get rid of all of the water.
Me estoy devolviendo. Entra Poseidón. Andando por ahí. ¿Sabes qué? Ah, no lo puedo. Claro, ninguno de estos los puedo hackear. No he llegado a ese caldero. Claro, que dijeron, ay, llegas ahí, ya lo puedes hackear y tal. No, para nada. Ya una sirena.
These machines behind. Could sneak by them. Deal with a big one first.
¿Puedes callarte? Alertar. Antes de hacer explosiones.
Could try using it.
Este sí lo puedo hackear. Okay. Vamos. Quédate quieto. Ahora, primera orden es ir a sacrificarte por tu reina. Ayudarte con el muñeco. Ah, cuando es contra mí ahí sí van de chachitos, ¿verdad? Como siempre. A punto de que se le vence el hackeo. Es decir que cumpliste tu misión o no la cumpliste, de todos modos vas para abajo. Chao. Gracias por nada. Está el desgarre mareas.
Okay. Poseidon is through there. But where did that machine go?
Así que sale de la nada.
Aloy! It's a miracle! Oh.
Y van para adelante.
Was this you? Did you lower the waters?
Yeah, but there's a new problem. That thing's in our way.
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult to get the embers with that around.
As the scrappy band of adventurers beheld the beast, they knew what they had to do.
What? Are you crazy? Hush now. She saved our Delph.
Okay then. Stay up here and start firing when I engage.
¿Disparar qué? Yo también hubiese hecho lo mismo. Patitas para que te tengo.
Places, fellas. Get to that overhang.
Quedó en el aire, ¿qué tal el buque ese? ¿Será que queda completa y no se le queda ninguna parte?
You did it!
No, se le dañó todo. ¿Me dejan saquearla? ¿En serio?
Better shake off this wet.
Ahí se recuperó bastante. ¿Dónde están ellos? ¿Arriba o dónde están? ¿En qué momento subieron? Bellacos. Me dicen que hablen con ustedes, pero no se dejan hablar. No sé. Así que la 1 también. El hueco, ¿verdad? Ah, ya la puerta.
Come on, gentlemen, get a move on.
Silent should be somewhere to the store. Time to bring it home.
Me pregunto si esta tecnología, o sea, si uno no tiene el foco, ¿funcionará? No, nada, estoy pendiente en vérmela, ¿sabes? Me interesa mucho vérmela, pero no me la he visto. ¿Te viste el Eternauta? Genial.
Okay. Poseidon should be hiding in some kind of
Muy,
processor.
muy buena.
I need to find a console to gain access to it. There. I should be able to use that console.
I can't do it. I can't give up on this place. I'm leaving everything on standby. The system's equipped for runs for decades, if not hundreds of years. It's a long shot. But maybe someday, against all odds, someone will find this place again. Marvel at its lights and wonders. Discover a fortune and boundless opportunity. Make it their own dream. After all, if the city can give me a second chance, if water can flow in a wasteland, anything's possible.
He was right. I'm here to bring you home, Poseidon.
Poseidon. Todas las aguas me devuelven a ella.
Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Restoring Poseidon's subordinate function to original code.
Okay. Gotta bring this back to Gaia.
Estos manes ya subieron.
System reboot initiated.
Looks like taking Poseidon triggered a restart of the city's power system. The London crew must have headed back up top. Probably numbers they could carry, I bet.
Que hablé con ellos, pero es que no se dejaban. Fueron testigos. No era que yo no quisiera. No se dejaron hablar. También. Ultra difícil, hay que explorar más, creo. ¿Por acá? No.
An elevator. Moreland must have built this before the place flooded. This can work. I just going to have to climb back up.
Es mentira. Pero ya.
Break my fall.
Definitivamente. Todo para mostrar lo acrobática que es. Por favor, ve esos sustos.
Whatever she did, it must have powered up the whole city.
Welcome to Las Vegas.
Show my old Gramps always wanted.
There's another.
¿Cómo que se llama? El dragón de Gandalf.
His dream realized. His old Gramps' legacy ensured. Our hero beheld the sea of desert lights and wept at his good fortune.
When I saw the embers as a child, I never dreamed they could be like this. Thank you, Aloy. Well, did you find what you were looking for?
Oh, yeah.
I did. And now I have to move on.
Oh. Oh. Come back when you can. I got big plans for this place.
I thought you wanted to put on shows with the Embers back in the claim.
Oh, no. This is the show. Oh, can you imagine? Folks from all over the land coming to take it all in. Plus some food and a nice
Igual
place
que en
to
los viejos
stay.
tiempos.
Not to mention a variety of entertainment venues.
Don't forget, games of chance. Plenty of shards to be had there for certain.
A new dream, huh? I hope you make it happen. Goodbye, gentlemen.
This delve was a story for the ages. All thanks to you.
You have no idea.
If Moreland and crew's gonna stay, maybe I should come back and check on them later. For now, I need to get Poseidon back to Gaia. But I might want to head back to Silva. See if she needs help with that scrambled signal first. And with my new diving mask, I should be able to swim as deep as I want to. Once I find a place.
El lago ese verde donde encontramos el tema de Silence. ¿Me dieron el escaneo? Y...
so big the old ones called it the lungs of the planet?
Yeah.
Welcome back, Aloy.
Oh yeah.
I see you have recovered Poseidon.
Aloy, can you come downstairs? Beta has something you need to hear.
Okay. I'll be right down.
Aloy, I have managed to unlock additional rooms within the facility.
Got it. Hey, Gaia. I'm back.
So I see what is on your mind.
So, I guess Beta's here to stay. I gave her a focus. Told her to talk to you to see if she can help. She's... not what I expected.
What were you expecting?
I don't know. Someone more helpful, I guess. And less pessimistic.
It is true, she overestimated our progress. However, it is also worth noting that her confidence in your abilities emboldened her to escape the Zeniths.
I guess so.
Give her time. She may yet come around.
How's Catalo doing?
I have detected that the loss of his arm still deeply pains him. In an
Imagínate.
effort to remedy this, I have discussed a potential solution with him.
Echarle el otro.
I believe he will want to fill you in on the details.
A solution? I'll check in with him when I can, then. How are things around here?
Zoe has been studying the morphology of her land gods in an effort to understand their sickness. Without the abilities of Hephaestus, I am unfortunately unable to correct their programming. However, Zoe and I are hopeful we will find an alternative way to heal them.
Well, keep at it. Varl and Zoe seem to like spending time together.
Más de lo que crees.
While studying Old World data, Zoe discovered references to a dietary lifestyle known as vegetarianism.
Creo que menos mal que no hay
She appreciated the similarities
circuito
with
cerrado.
Taru practices and encouraged Varl to try out this lifestyle.
And how did that go?
I believe they have agreed to disagree.
How's Erend handling things?
He is becoming increasingly accustomed to use of the focus. After an initial incident.
What did he do?
He unfortunately crushed his first focus as he attempted to affix it to his temple. Amongst a number of Oseram curses, I believe he also blamed the focus for being dainty. He has given repeated assurances that it will not happen again.
Well, good thing we have a lot of extras, I guess. So there's a few people here now, and they're learning. All about you, the ancient world. Almost like what was supposed to happen before Apollo was purged.
Yes. While the loss of the Apollo database was catastrophic, there is still much that can be gleaned from the data you have uncovered. For instance, Varl has been reviewing the last recorded entries from those who perished during the Pharaoh Plague. Hearing their hopes and fears made him quite somber.
Anything I should be worried about?
I do not believe so. I have elected not to intervene, to allow him to process this on his own terms.
So the Hades Proving Lab, where I found the Gaia kernel. It used to be a Pharaoh research facility?
Yes. Prior to appropriation by Zero Dawn, the facility was used to engineer and test advanced computer viruses. It appears to have been one of many research initiatives by Pharaoh Automated Solutions.
I guess it wasn't enough to build automated killing machines. He wanted viruses to infect them with, too. So, a while back, before the battle at Meridian, I went into Banuk territory. I discovered another AI there, one not related to Zero Dawn. Cyan. It was created to oversee operations for a volcanic stabilization project, and it spent the last 1,000 years in isolation. I'm guessing you didn't know about it?
No. From the data on your focus, it seems that Cyan was cut off from the outside world. An effort by its creators to protect it from the Pharaoh Plague.
Any chance it could help us now?
I have already attempted contact, with no success.
No me
Given
acordaba
its
de esto.
previous experience with accepting an outside network request, I imagine it is unwilling to do so again.
Right. Because last time Hephaestus enslaved it. Well, that's too bad. I think the two of you would have had a lot to talk about. There was an ancient tank embedded in the bulwark, buried under a bunch of boulders.
Aquel que no
Any idea how it
jugó
got there?
Frozen Wilds quedó a
During
su
the
lejos.
Pharaoh Plague, the U.S. military resumed the use of human combatants, as automated machinery was unreliable. It is possible the vehicle was part of a pre-automated war fleet.
So they fought against the Pharaoh machines in the valley, until the mountain was blasted apart and buried them. So this facility, the Regional Control Center, it was meant to oversee the terraforming system?
For the local region, yes. Had humans received their education from the Apollo database, they would have then been guided here to assume operation. As that never happened, this place remained vacant.
Until Minerva decided to settle here. So I guess this room was meant to keep an eye on conditions outside?
Yes. From here, the facility's operators would have been able to observe weather and machine activity in real time.
That would have been quite a sight.
It may still be possible to view some of them, should you find and reconnect the cameras to this room's console.
I'll keep a lookout. I'll be on my way.
I wish you safe travels.
That's the stuff.
I don't think that door had power before, but looks like it's malfunctioning.
Aloy te salva, Battle.
Hi! Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man.
She found that recording from the data on your focus. She's been watching it a lot. I think it helps calm her.
You know, I used to watch this a lot too. Whenever I wanted to take my mind off things.
Daddy sure does love his little big...
But there's something you need to tell me?
While you were gone, I came down here to check on her. Then we started talking. Right, Beta? She's been thinking about how to capture Hephaestus, studying the data Gaia gave her. But we started talking about some other stuff. You know, just getting to know each other, right? And then she told me that one of the Zeniths might be different from the others.
Tilda. You saw her at the Hades Proving Lab.
Go on.
On the way to Earth, the Zeniths never showed their faces. My servitor caretaker referred to them as my benefactors, and promised I'd meet them
Menos mal
someday
eran benefactores.
when I had learned enough.
And then?
One day, a data channel opened in my training interface. In it, Tilda was waiting for me in a virtual replica of a house on a cliff overlooking the ocean. It was beautiful. She showed me paintings, books, media files. We met there in secret many times. But a few months later, it stopped.
Can you tell us why, Beta?
I found some data about Tilda at the Hades Proving Lab. I think she was the liaison between Far Zenith and Zero Dawn. She knew Elizabeth Sobek, that's for sure.
Sí que la conocía.
Maybe that's why she reached out to you?
You said Tilda showed you paintings and let you access media files?
Every time we met, she showed me a new painting. I think she was Dutch. All of her favorite pieces were from their golden age in the 1600s. Portraits, allegories, ships at sea. She had so many.
They didn't interest you?
I liked her media portal. It had so much more than my training interface. Clips, shows, holos. My favorite was this one called Second Time Around, about a family whose kid comes back after disappearing during the Hot Zone crisis.
Right, but did this portal have anything about the Zeniths themselves? Anything we could use?
No. Any information about them was redacted.
So this secret virtual space looked like a house with an ocean view?
I could see whitecaps and hear waves crashing on rocks below. And there were gulls crying outside. Inside, Tilda had frames that showed off her favorite paintings, changing at intervals to match the light. There was an armchair she liked. She'd sit there and gaze outside while I looked through her things. We spent hours in that house. I never wanted to leave.
You said that Tilda reached out to you using a data channel?
It appeared in my training interface as another assignment. When I opened it, there were a series of intermittent glitches. I realized they formed a transpositional cipher. Instructions on how to open up a new virtual space. When I entered it, my training interface disappeared. Instead of the usual holographic teachers and files, I was in a perfect recreation of her home.
And you're sure the other Zeniths never knew about it?
To them, it looked like I was still in training. toiling away. Alone.
What else can you tell us about Tilda?
She liked to talk about her paintings.
What about herself? Did she ever talk about her life on Earth, how she joined the Zeniths, something like that?
She never said much about herself, and she hated it when I asked too many questions. But I think, back on Earth, she was an expert programmer, given that she built a data channel the other Zeniths couldn't detect.
Is there anything else about her that we might be able to use to our advantage?
She was the first real person who ever bothered to speak to me. I wasn't really assessing her for strengths and weaknesses.
So Tilda set up a secret virtual space where she could talk to you, a house on a cliff. Then later, she cut you off. But other than the fact that Tilda knew Elizabeth, you don't know why she did those things?
I don't! Okay? I thought of every possible reason that would make her leave, but whatever I did wrong, I don't know what it is. When I finally met the others, she ignored me. Acted like the data channel never existed. None of this even matters. Tilda's the same as the others. It won't help us defeat them.
Okay. Let's leave it at that then.
La pobre se autoaisló.
What's wrong?
I'm trying, Varl. But she is tough to take. I'm out there in the wilds, risking my life every day, and all she can do is hide in there and tell us how hopeless it all is. I'm sorry, she's had a rough time, but she is really not helping right now.
You always seem to be on top of everything, so I sometimes forget about what you've been through. I mean, it wasn't that long ago you were so banged up you couldn't even walk. About that. When I pulled you out of the water back near the proving lab, you were muttering Rost's name. You never talk about him. But he raised you, trained you. You must miss him a lot.
Of course I do. But I don't have time to think about that now. I need to get back out there.
Okay. I'll keep working with Beta. Gaia says she knows a lot about Zero Dawn. And maybe she just needs some time to adjust, and then she can help us with Hephaestus.
Sure. But I won't hold my breath.
Vamos por The Meter. Bueno, mi gente linda, mi gente bella. Y de su amigo RainMaker con nuestra queridísima Aloy. Seguimos en una próxima ocasión. Espero no olviden dejar su poderosísimo like. De verdad que sí, ayuda un montón. No olviden recomendar el canal. Se reciben como siempre recomendaciones, sugerencias. Todo bienvenido. Mi gente linda, espero que estén teniendo un excelente inicio de semana. Se me cuidan, por favor, como siempre. Cualquier cosa me están avisando. Y igualmente yo les estoy avisando. Se me cuidan, chaito. Que pasen una excelente noche.